What's up, riders? Welcome to the first video of this channel. I'm Smitty, and if you're looking for some good quality motorcycle content, you're in the right place. This channel hopefully will grow into being a community for us to kind of swap stories, do some gear and bike talk. And the other day, I think there was an alligator in here. I wonder if she's still there. I don't see it. Anyway, let me get off the golf course before I get in trouble. Squirrel! Starting this channel mainly because I want to start documenting some of my rides, really give myself a chance to get outside, enjoy this bike more, really maybe even meet some people, hopefully build a community where we can actually swap stories and discuss our likes and dislikes of our bikes, the gear, and really anything else motorcycle related. So I got this bike roughly 4 months ago and started doing some modifications to it, and really just wanted to get out and ride it more, and possibly even start taking some of my love of photography and videography and capturing some of the rides. And in doing that, I started collecting some footage and really didn't have anywhere to put the footage, and I thought, why not create a YouTube channel and start kind of capturing some of these rides and putting some of the videos out there. Obviously there's probably nobody watching the videos at this point with this channel, but this gives me a place to, like I say, come back, look at some of the rides I went on and kind of see the growth of myself as a person, kind of the rides I go on, and even really just my interaction with the camera. By nature, I'm a fairly introverted person. I don't like being in front of the camera, so this is all a new journey for me. I was hoping to be a good growth opportunity for me, maybe kind of break me out of my shell, even though I've been around the block once or twice, so no spring chicken by any means. But there's always, I guess, opportunity to grow as a person, and hopefully this will give me that opportunity and kind of push me into some areas where I feel uncomfortable, and one of those is talking to a camera. So if I tend to ramble and don't make any sense, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, and just understand that it will get better. I will get better at this. The videos will improve as I go, and hopefully, like I say, you stay around and kind of watch the content as it does grow. And maybe even, like I say, if you do find it entertaining, to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. With this channel, like I said, I hope to kind of grow a small community, or one day maybe a large community, but grow a community of like-minded motorcycle enthusiasts who really want to have a place to kind of just discuss their bike, discuss some gear, reviews of products, stuff like that. I mean, the typical moto vlogging channel, but hopefully I can add my personal experience with things to this and really give you a more authentic review or version of my thoughts on particular bikes and products and gears and whatnot. versus just reading a bunch of stuff off of a spec sheet and giving you a bunch of numbers. I'm not a spec-oriented person. I mean, I know some of the specs of, like, say, my bike and gear and stuff I use, but I tend to lean more towards really kind of my feelings on bikes and gear, you know, because sometimes that stuff you just can't, I guess, collect data and come up with a number for how a bike really looks or how you feel riding a particular bike. Yeah, you can throw out horsepower numbers and everything else and torque and whatnot, but you can't really put on a piece of paper the feeling you get when, you know, that wind's hitting you. And man, these love bugs, I don't know if you can see them, but they are everywhere. They're just killing me. I'm sure someone was just now hollering at me that your blinker's been on for a mile or two. I know. Probably won't be the last time it happens. So a little bit about myself. I've been riding motorcycles since I was 5 years old. I got my first, I think it was a 100cc little mini bike for Christmas. My dad had put it together, and well, right off the bat I was introduced to problems on a bike. My very first ride on it, I guess my dad didn't put it together quite to the specifications, because I took off around the yard and the throttle hung wide open. So there you have me as a 5-year-old just zooming all around the backyard with the throttle stuck wide open, just doing big circles and hollering and screaming. And finally I get close enough to my dad that he scoops me off the bike, and the bike just keeps going and obviously tumps over after a while, but it balanced for a little while. And I remember just seeing like the bike just take off and going in a straight line for a while and then falling over. And that was kind of like my introduction to motorcycles. But I think my dad assumed that would scare me away, but I was back on the bike that day once he figured out how to, I guess, unstick the throttle, and I rode that bike pretty much into the dirt, and then moved on from there into a little bigger dirt bike. I think Honda CR60 was my next one, then obviously into a 125, a 250, then 450 4-strokes, and then eventually later on in life got into street bikes and had a Ninja 600 and rode that. Well, rode it a lot crazier than I should have, to the point where I was doing stunts and probably wasn't ready, didn't have the skill at that time to be doing some of the things I was doing, and eventually sold that bike. After selling the 600, I stayed away from street bikes for a while, got more into ATVs and off-road, four-wheel, I guess, rides. And then about 4 months ago, I purchased, you know, this Triumph Scrambler 900, and after riding it for a few little trips around the neighborhood, I started to realize how much I really missed being on two wheels and just the open road, the freedom it gives you. I think what I like about it the most is when you're out on a bike, like, all the other worries in life tend to fade away. You're not thinking about, you know, for younger folks, school or, you know, your job, your career. That's one reason why I purchased this bike, was to get out there and really enjoy the environment, you know, enjoy being out on two wheels, enjoy the wind therapy you get from it, kind of clear your mind and just relax and have fun. Let all your other, you know, worries and troubles kind of fade away for that, you know, brief ride that you're out enjoying it, and just get outside, you know, see nature. But also on two wheels, you've got to be very vigilant and paying attention to your surroundings, because no one else is looking for you. You almost have to feel like you're invisible and they just can't see you. I mean, that's what you have to assume. So you drive very defensive, and most of the time you should be okay. There's always those chances though out there where it just doesn't matter how defensive you are, bad things happen, and when you're on two wheels, it's usually not good. But that doesn't mean I feel like you shouldn't get out and explore the world on two wheels, because it's definitely different behind a helmet. You get out here, you notice things and see things and feel things that you just can't from a vehicle. Stay tuned for my next few videos as I'll get into the bike I'm riding, kind of what I've enjoyed, about the bike, some of the cons of the bike, and then another video I have, you know, in the works is some of my, I guess, vlogging setup, reviews of this DJI Mic Mini and the quality of it, which I guess you'll know in this particular vlog how the sound is. I'm kind of curious to see myself if it turns out where it just can't handle the higher speeds and just gets too much wind noise, then I will look at upgrading to a different audio system. I know in testing so far that at higher speeds there is a little bit of wind noise, but I think some of that is due to my helmet. The helmet I got is, I'm thinking it's a little big. It moves around a little more than I want, so that's probably causing some of the wind noise. Sharpie. No gravel, no gravel, no gravel. No gravel. Well, I really appreciate you if you've made it this far, you know, clicking on the video and listening to me ramble for a little bit. I hope, you know, you stop back and check out some more videos as they start coming through, because like I said, I would really enjoy building a little community and really just trading stories. I know I have a lot of, I guess, knowledge on just random stuff that may benefit you all, and I know you all have a lot of knowledge that I could definitely learn from, and that's one reason why I'm kind of putting myself out here on this channel, is I would like to, like say, grow myself as a person and maybe grow a little, you know, small motorcycle community that we can swap stories, you know, have talks about two wheels, and hopefully one day build up enough of a community that we can, you know, meet up and maybe have some rides somewhere. Or I can get out and start, you know, riding more often and maybe do some rides in your area, wherever that may be. Because I would love to, like say, get out, explore more, see some new towns, some new states, and really just enjoy the bike, enjoy hopefully good weather, good rides, good friends. If you like this, I'd say please, you know, leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe. It'll definitely help me, you know, grow as a channel and grow as a person, and let me know that there are people out there that gets, you know, some entertainment out of this, and benefit them in some way. I look forward to, like I say, making more videos and talking to you all in the future. I'm Smitty. Peace out.